Good evening, my name is CJacovino, and I am going to present to you my final project, which is an app called Rollball. The purpose of Rollball is to provide bowlers the ability to track their scores and statistics in order to find ways to improve their game. So Rollball, the target audience for this app would be recreational or competitive bowler. Main purpose is to provide an easy way in order to track their shot statistics. So, how does Rollball accomplish this? It provides an easy-to-use user interface that allows users to enter the results of each individual throw of a bowling ball that they throw down the lane for each and every frame in the game. Rollball then uses this data in order to calculate shot statistics, which it provides to the users. So the basic functions of Rollball are that it logs each individual shot. It saves the scores, so as it would appear on a scoreboard in a bowling alley, it saves it in the same exact fashion. And it provides shot statistics for things like strike percentage, spare percentage, and specific spare combinations, whether it be a 7-10 split, whether it be an individual 9-pin, an individual 10-pin. It gives users their conversion rate for hitting that pin. And one feature that this also has is it allows users to search these statistics over certain periods of time, so users can see if they've made an improvement over a certain period of time, if they've gotten worse at a certain shot, and it just gives flexibility in choosing to see which data they're interested in. So there's two apps that kind of looked around at the App Store that are kind of similar to what I'm doing. One is called PinPal and one's called My Bowling Scores. So let me talk a little bit about PinPal. So this is the most direct competition for Rollball. It includes all the functionality that I intend to include for Rollball, as well as many other features and statistics that it keeps track of. These include things like which bowling ball you're using, what the lane conditions are, which bowling alley you're bowling at, if you're bowling in a league or a tournament, or just going bowling with friends, and other things like that. It provides a lot of options for things to track. And then the other app, you can see here, My Bowling Scores. It's just a tool that bowlers can use to track individual game scores. I kind of like this app because it's just very specific and direct to its point. Just allows users to enter scores and shows it and tracks it, and it's done. So those are two apps that are kind of similar. But how is my app different and innovative? Honestly, Rollball isn't anything very different compared to PinPal. PinPal is kind of exactly what I wanted to do for a final project. I knew of the app before I decided on this project, but I never actually went and downloaded and tried it out because it costs about $9 and I'm cheap. So after learning about it, I downloaded it and kind of saw that it pretty much does everything that I had planned for this project. But the idea behind Rollball compared to PinPal is to provide simplicity. For Rollball, I want it to be used to track shot statistics and not have a lot of different options like Rollball. I don't want Rollball to have a lot of different options and configurations like PinPal has. I feel that the abundance of different variables that PinPal has make the app feel cluttered, and it's kind of indirect to go from one option to another. And what I'm really interested in is providing easy access to shot statistics. One feature that I kind of integrated into Rollball that's unique to PinPal is that on the data entry screen I included a toggle pin selection button. which you can kind of look back and see there's no way to switch between one pin or another. You kind of just have to click all the pins in PinPal. What I did is I included a button that allows users to kind of turn all the buttons that are on and all the buttons that are off on that screen. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about here, but let's start at the first screen that you see here. Kind of use a user interface that's similar to criminal intent that we use. I kind of just copied the same code and modified it in order to get it working for this purpose. So on the left you see that the new game button starts a new game, and this is the layout that you get. Shows the 10 pins, gives an option to hit a strike button, a spare button, toggle selection button like I was talking about, and enter frame button. So first thing that you have to do is select which pins you hit, or you can hit the toggle selection button and hit which pins you didn't hit. So once you hit enter frame, you see on the next screen to the right, the third screen, that it shows up with the score. You can see I selected the 1, 2, 4, and 7 pin, so it shows 4 right there. And then I'm just showing as an example, you hit the toggle selection button, the 1, 2, 4, 7 pins are now selected, meaning that they are still standing up. So as you can also see, look at the top of the screen, I have a scoreboard there. The selected frame is highlighted, and then as you move along, you hit the enter frame button that moves along with the score. Just a couple things to note before we get to the live demo. Not shown here in the hidden options menu is about the app icon. I don't have that pictured here. I didn't think it was that interesting. And then also you see the statistics button in the first screen. That doesn't work at this point in time, so not able to show you that. And this is just an example of my original plan for the app in general, a wireframe diagram. It doesn't really go into detail for the buttons on the data input screen, but it kind of just shows all the features that I had planned and all the options that are my goal to include in the end product. So now to the live demo. So the app is up and running right here. I'm going to click this button here to get a new game. It's a little slow, but go ahead and say that I got a 9 the first frame. Hit enter. I missed that pin, so I hit that. Calculates the score, and I think you kind of understand what it's doing. It's just really a scoreboard for bowling that I'm showing you right now. So keep score the right way. Unfortunately, you can see that it kind of just shows and carries the score along the entire way. Didn't get a chance to correct that at this point in time, but there you go. That's a completed game. Hit the back button, and it shows up game 1 right here, as it did in the criminal intent app. So as I mentioned before, the stats aren't working right now, so the only other thing I have to show is just the About App screen. So that's it for what I have completed on this app. Moving along, past that. So, what did I learn by doing this project? First thing I have in big letters is time. Everything that I got done took a lot longer than expected. Particularly what I didn't plan on spending a lot of time on, and I spent way too much time on, were the view layouts. It was kind of a pain because I can't just have a button over here and say, oh, it's close enough to where I want it. I kind of needed everything to line up and be perfect in those grids in order to represent a bowling scoreboard, in order to represent how the pins look when you look at a bowling alley. So that was kind of a pain and it took me too long. So what improvements do I want to make to roll ball? I'm going to start out by saying overall I'm happy with what's completed based upon what is completed. I don't like, as I mentioned before, the scores are displayed for frames that are yet to be complete. I would want to fix that. I didn't get to it because I was working on the list of 4 things that you see right there, which I also did not have a chance to go fully complete. Need to actually finish what I mentioned before as the overall purpose of the app is to track shot statistics. That's not yet working. Want to add filterable searches, and I want to be able to save the game data. I didn't show you, but it's actually not working right now. And last but not least, I don't know if you noticed, but when displaying the game after we went back to the recycler view, as in criminal intent, it didn't really have a view layout established for the games. And that's about it. Thank you.